Hi, my name is Natasha McLaughlin-Chesson. I'm a sports dietitian, and I'm welcoming you skaters to talk about nutrition for growth spurts. So when you are growing at a quicker rate than usual for a couple weeks, as a child, as an adolescent, what can end up happening is your body can require more fuel in order for you to continue performing well on the ice, performing well in school, and also growing as your body is requiring you to do so. What can end up happening if you are not allowing your body to have the extra fuel that it actually needs is you can risk what's called underfueling. Some refer to it as REDS, or relative energy deficiency, in sport. And that's when you don't have enough fuel for all your systems to function properly, as well as your energy output from your sport and your growth. This can actually stunt growth and stop you from having those growth spurts because it can affect hormones and so on. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you are allowing your body to have the extra fuel it needs when it is asking you to do so. So one of the things we want to do is we want to focus on always continuing to eat, as we've discussed in the past. Every 2.5 to 3 hours, we eat breakfast within the hour of waking, and then we have our 3 parts of the plate. So we have our sources of protein, which can be eggs, beans, chickpeas, peanut butter. We can talk about consuming chicken or fish. We can have Greek yogurt or milk or soy beverage. And then we're going to have grains, preferably whole grains, which could be pasta, rice, quinoa, oats. And then potatoes fall into that category too. And then we're going to have our source of fruit or vegetables with different colors of fruit and vegetables to give a lot of different nutrients. Now, what's going to vary when you're going through a growth spurt is the amount of food that you're requiring. And this is why it's so important to be able to listen to your body, to eat intuitively. So this means that if you've eaten the amounts that you usually would eat, but you're hungrier, it's important to have food available, maybe extra food in your backpack, in your bag for the rink, in the dash of your car, so that if you do have extra hunger on a certain day or for a period of days, you're able to actually consume enough food to give you the nutrients that are necessary to properly fuel that growth spurt. Some athletes will say all of a sudden they've woken up in the middle of the night and they are hungry. And so this can come from the fact that, again, you're going through a growth spurt and your energy is required to actually help you grow. If that ends up happening, please eat and make sure the next day to maybe eat a little extra to allow yourself to have that extra food. Oftentimes, skaters don't tend to eat enough on a regular basis where they're not going through a growth spurt, simply because of maybe timing, feeling like, you're running after your day, you're going from school to the rink, you've got homework to do, you've got friends to see. You might be skating in the morning as well. So we want to make sure that you are maybe setting a timer at night to help you plan snacks that you can put in your bag ahead of time, that you've got those extras available to you. If you're not very hungry, maybe you're making sure that you're consuming liquid calories too. So things like juice, things like chocolate milk, maybe Ensure or Boost pharmacy grade meal replacements. Those are other options. And we want to make sure that you are consuming your recovery meal within the hour after training as well. You don't want to risk injury. You don't want to risk not going through that growth spurt, and you don't want to imbalance your hormones, which can then affect, of course, your performance and your growth. Okay, so we're going to listen to our appetite. We're going to eat the amount of food that is required by our body at that time. So again, if we're eating every 3 hours, we're having the protein, we're having the carbs, we're having a small source of fat, 3 parts of the plate, it's balanced. You can eat intuitively. You can trust your appetite to tell you that you are requiring more. And that's when you're going to really optimize on that growth spurt, but also optimize on your muscle development. Again, a reminder that nutrition is a science, not an opinion.